Hey everyone, I'm back again with another r/relationship advice, and this one is titled Need Advice, I Think My Wife Has Cheated on Me. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. I've been with my wife total for about 7 years, 2 married. Back when we were engaged and moved in together, we had some communication issues. We weren't really talking at all at one point. In the end, I found out that she was planning to cheat, called her out on it, we had an argument, crisis averted. A few months later, found out she did cheat on me with one of our co-workers. We all worked in the same large office, also not the same person as before. Never went far, but they made plans, went to the location, basically got her wet enough to have sex, and he stuck it in. And she freaked out and couldn't follow through. Confessed to me, we talked through it, and in the end, since she did actually do something this time, I chose to forgive and move on. The guy confirmed her story is legit. I'm honestly shocked I didn't dick him, but that's a different story. We ended up getting married a little over a year later. To get to the meat of the main issues now, we both now work from home and we're both constantly on the phone. We ended up moving her stuff to the spare room as a makeshift office, so we weren't talking over each other, but this is where it all goes downhill. We have a friend going through a hell of a time with a wife who, as I understand it, treats him like S for a lot of different reasons. Now, we play games online with him and a few other people, but we've known him for roughly 3-ish years total, but we've all gotten pretty close the last few months. However, she talks to him on Discord pretty much all day. If she's playing games with other people, she's still talking to him via PMs on Discord. She mentioned once, very casually and only once, that sometimes they talk on the phone via Discord until 2, 3 in the morning. I will usually have just a message or two with him, we'll talk when we're playing games together, that's about it. Think online dude bro COD friendship. With her being in the spare room, her schedule essentially is wake up, roll over, and clock in. Work her shift, swap over to gaming PC, play games until she sleeps. Rinse, repeat. She might pop out to use the toilet, eat, shower, etc., but for the most part, she stays in that room. We decided that I'd stay home to watch the animals, and she would go up to visit him because they'd been talking about it with all of us, even our friends. Except we all had to keep it on the hush-hush because his wife already didn't like the idea, and she was going out of town, ironically for the same thing, hanging out with a guy friend in online games. That already bothered me, but I've had a gut feeling since yesterday it doesn't all appear as squeaky clean as it should, and I can't quite shake it. Nothing concrete, but little breadcrumbs. She pretty much doesn't do any house upkeep at all, despite multiple talks about it, like more than 4 since as far back as April. She'll acknowledge she ought to do more, and then just doesn't follow through. She might feed the animals when she gets up before me, but she barely cooks at this point, doesn't do dishes, doesn't take out the garbage, doesn't clean the litter pans, won't sweep, won't clean, won't do yard work, literally nothing outside of the morning feeding and maybe 1 meal total per week to cook. I'm doing practically everything else, and the way I feel about it from personal experience, if you're not willing to proactively or even reactively do something with the upkeep of the home, you're probably not that invested in the relationship either. When we had our communication issues before, and she cheated on me in the past, I withdrew from her and helping out with basically anything, so I honestly believe this to be a true point. It's a physical manifestation of an emotional withdrawal. On the other side, I had a moment of weakness and acted on my gut, turned on her PC and tried to log into Discord. She logged out, turned off the auto login, and her password isn't her normal one for almost everything else. She's been taking like 40+ minutes to respond to messages and texts when normally she will respond in like 5 to 10. And it's going to sound crazy, but I did some much needed house fixing and she sounded super intrigued by it. But it felt scripted, not real. I don't know how to explain it. Later on, near the end of last night, she got really flirty/lovey on me, which felt out of place with the last few weeks and this whole time she's been gone. Responding immediately, saying she loves me 10,000 times, can't wait to see me again, looking forward to sleeping in the same bed again because I washed the sheets of all things, etc. Over the top romance. We haven't been sleeping in the same bed since she moved to the spare room 3 or 4 months ago for work, spending literally all day in there, and we've only been intimate maybe twice in the last month. Not for a lack of me trying, to say the least. And then she gets pissed when I relieve myself because I have a wife I shouldn't resort to and jobs, as she says. This trip has made me realize that I'm starting to resent her for her lack of effort in making it home, and that I'm not quite sure I fully trust her intentions with the trip. I can't talk to her about it because she'll immediately get defensive, ridiculously overdramatic, and guilt trip me, or else demand I rule her with an iron fist until I trust her and complain I'm limiting her social life and I don't want to be that husband. She's also planning another trip with another online guy friend soon, where again, she plans on going alone and I don't really know him anywhere near like I know this one. And I don't want to tell her what to do, but I feel like she's not really into marriage anymore. She knows that if she does cheat on me, I'm immediately calling it quits, so I think if she is doing everything she can to hide it, then she'll always hate the idea of me reading her private messages, but that's how I found out about the first time she was going to cheat on me. I guess I'm just looking for opinions on the situation from a third party. I don't feel comfortable bringing this up with her until I have some sort of proof. That may never come if she keeps everything hidden like she did on this weekend, and it will be very volatile conversation with her because she will immediately get defensive and blame me for snooping and not trusting her. What would you do in this situation? And the top advice says, your wife is a piece of garbage and you're a doormat. Grow a spine and toss her out already, my God. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe.